Well, now to the foreign scene. Nigeria has completed her tenure of the leadership of the United Nations Security Council with successful passage of the Security Sector Reform Resolution 2151, among other 37 resolutions passed.
With the passage, Nigeria now stands a good chance of joining the permanent members of the United Nations Security Council. Our correspondent at the United Nations headquarters in New York, Benga Ashiru, reports.
As Nigeria ends a tenure of peddling the affairs of world peace and security, a mandate in which Professor Joy Ogu completes as the President of the United Nations Security Council. Perhaps time to get an account of stewardship.
The holding of timely parliamentary elections in Iraq on the 30th of April.
As she makes a glorious exit with an emotionally laden speech that may not be forgotten in a long time to come.
It is time for member states to put aside narrow national interests and address the higher interests. The higher interest is the survival of the human race.
With a total sum of 37 resolutions successfully passed during Professor Joy Ogu's tenure in leading the United Nations Security Council, at this point, you will be proud to be a Nigerian.
It's a very successful presidency. You have the most experienced permanent representative, because Mrs. Ogbu, it's very rare. I think it's the second time. It's always important that we have very strong African representation on the Council. And when we have an African presidency, it's important that a country like Nigeria, which has got profound experience in what the Council does, because it's the 6th largest contributor to peacekeeping.
Perhaps this is one time and another lifeline for world leaders to choose between their narrow national interest and the survival of human race. If you ask me, this is something to take home at both the national and sub-regional level. And this is the question of morality in international politics. From the United Nations headquarters, New York, Benga Ashiru, reporting for Channels Television News.